Hello and welcome to Motocross Advice Motocross Minutes episode 3. I'm super happy that you are here. I hope you have watched my last episodes as well. And today we are going to talk about the first element of braking, which is the rear brake. And we are going to talk about when and where to use rear brake in order to have the most efficient braking line, the shortest braking line, as we talked in the yesterday's episode. So make sure that you are subscribed to my YouTube channel. A lot of content coming and you don't want to miss it. So today we talk about rear brake, and one thing which I have to say the first is that especially beginner riders tend to use too much rear brake and they tend to underestimate the front brake. So the balance is off, and therefore the braking line is less efficient. The braking is less efficient, and therefore riders lose a lot of time. So one key thing to remember here is that rear brake is the first brake you touch, but rear brake adds the less braking power. So in order to be efficient on the braking line, you want to start with a rear brake and then add front brake, because front brake adds braking power. So why the rear brake has to be first is because it adds stability and it assists the front brake. So think about it. When you start with the rear brake, your weight is going to the front end, and you add front brake, and your front brake can do the work, and the rear brake assists your front brake and adds stability to the dirt bike. And stability is really what you want in order to have the efficient short braking line, because you want your bike to be stable, to be on the ground, and in order not your front end to wash off. So I want to give you 3 tips that you can take away from this video and implement to your riding about the rear brake. So first thing about rear brake is that it actually is very good to use to drag the rear wheel into the corner. So think about the corners where you don't maybe have ruts and they are quite narrow, so it's good practice to go into corner, drag the rear wheel to sharpen the corner line, and then you slide your rear wheel and you can ram on the gas and you can draw the corner line much sharper. So that's really good to have the rear end dragging into the corner. The second thing you need to remember is that rear brake should be the first brake you touch to add this stability and assist the front brake. And third one is you need to remember that rear brake adds less braking power. So in order to have the braking power, you need to use front brake. Rear brake is not to add braking power. So remember that. So these were the quick 3 tips today. Thank you for watching. Make sure you subscribe to my videos and see you on the next video. Thank you so much.